I'm just reading the one story in the Times this morning. Borussia Dortmund have opened talks with Manchester United over a potential loan move for Jadon Sancho, although the German club have offered to pay only a third of his salary for the duration of the deal. I mean, Danny, you've been following this story, we all have. It's been radio silence about Sancho out of Manchester United. Would it be a slap in the face for United to pay for Sancho to play elsewhere?
Yeah, but it happens. It's happened many times before, and it'll happen many times again. Because players have power. I think it's ludicrous that it's got to this position from both sides. I think it's been managed awfully. I think he's conducted himself poorly. Whoever's looking after him needs a slap in the chops, because the main objective for people who care about you, representatives, whether it be family, agents, is to have you on the football pitch doing what you love. And the fact he's not on the pitch playing anywhere doing what he loves is a shame, really. And both sides have to take. I think both sides need to take responsibility for this, because good management doesn't let this happen.
Both sides. I mean, from Sancho's point of view,
Jim, it doesn't.
Is it not pitiful?
Pardon?
Is it not pitiful behaviour that it's got to this?
It's petulant,
We're always told the players have a short career.
Petulant, self-indulgent, just nothing surprising or unexpected about footballers behaving that way. Because I was self-indulgent, I was petulant, I was all those things. It's only when you look back and get a bit wiser in life that you realise what a tool you were, or whatever. It's probably the wrong word. But I was in that bubble. I was in that bubble. And he is what he is. He is all those things at the moment, because he's sacrificing what could be a wonderful career through stubbornness, through bad advice, whatever it is. But sometimes in life you need to be lucky. And luck prepares you with a manager that understands you, enhances you, grows you, and makes you better.
I mean, what more could Ten Hag do, Danny?
Well, I don't know, because I've not been
You're not looking for him to put an arm around the shoulder, are you?
Let me give
the damage is done.
I was very, very fortunate to come across Gerard Houllier when I did, as you know. And maybe I had a bit more willingness to listen and try and learn at the point where I came into his management. Maybe I did. But he helped me and guided me and tried to make me better on and off the pitch, and I listened. And I'm not sure whether Ten Hag has got the patience or the time to do it at a club like Manchester United with everything else that's going on. So it's not a complete dig at him, but I think the best managers find a way of managing players like that.
I mean,
if they don't, Jim, they
sling them out.
They get them out with the club's interests. So you don't. How many times have we seen it in the past where managers will play players temporarily and brief just to put them in the window before kicking them out? Or you get them out when they are playing well. It's unexpected. Fergie was brilliant at it. The amount of times a player left United and everyone went, "Oh my God,
yeah,
why the hell has he just gone?"
Well, that's right, Simon. You know what's on the horizon here? He goes back to Dortmund, starts playing week in, week out,
banging them in,
yeah. And United are part paying his wage.
Well, that's the commercial reality of the ludicrousness of putting a player on £300,000 a week that wasn't worth it in the first place. He was never a £300,000 a week player.
You could argue who is.
You could argue who is, but there are players that are worth certain amounts of money and perform. People are only worth what they're paid and paid what they're worth. In the real world, that's what should happen. In this instance, I don't think he's a particularly great player. I think that, they tried to buy him in the previous year, didn't they? And Dortmund had him up for 120 million quid, ended up paying 75 million quid for him. Somehow they got themselves in a situation where they're paying £300,000 a week for a player, and now they've got the problem of being able to unload him. The fact of the matter is, I would view it the other way if I was Man United. I'm getting 5.2 million back. He's a dead weight. He's a waste of my time. He's been a waste of the time at the football club. He's got a history of behaving in this fashion. This is not something you tell me, say, well, actually, you know what? Maybe Ten Hag didn't know how to handle the situation. This is not something. This follows this player. He's done it before. He's done it at international level. He's done it for Dortmund, and maybe they want to put up with it. And maybe Ten Hag didn't want to put up with it. And for me, if I was involved with Man United, gone. This player would be gone. There would be a decision. If I believed in the manager, this player would be gone. And
$5 million is not much.
Do you know what the Irish?
No, it's no return. But the fact of the matter is, they haven't sold him yet. They're taking this player is not playing for this football club again, right? So you can either carry £10 million of wages until June, and get on with that, or 7.5 million quid worth of wages, or you can get someone to pick up a proportion of it and go, it's not much of a win, but it's 5.5 million quid back.
You know the irony was,
and they'll flog him in the summer, and they'll get their money back. They won't get the 75 million quid back. They'll have him on their balance sheet at 37.5 million quid. They'll sell him for 45 million quid. They'll book a profit, and they'll move on.
What a sorry story it is, isn't
for
it?
Sancho.
But
what a waste of an opportunity. Playing at
yeah.
arguably the biggest club in English football, not achieving it on the pitch right now. But this is how you behave. This is what you think. This is the hill you want to die on.
But he's a much better player than Anthony ever will be. That's
he don't
the
beat
irony.
anybody, does he though?
He can glide past people. When he's at it, he's beautiful. He's well balanced. He goes past people. He can score
When
and
have we
make
seen
goals. He can score and make goals.
In German football. What have we seen in English football?
More than Anthony. He's done more for Man U than Anthony.
But let's not compare him to Anthony and say
we are, because they spent 80 million on a player to replace him.
But Anthony's not at odds with the football club. He's not performing very well at this moment in time.
I know, I'm saying it's ironic that they've got a player there they're willing to...
Danny, you know players. Do you think Sancho will look back at his time at United with any degree of regret?
Absolutely. If he doesn't, he's not human. Because wisdom comes to you at different times in life. And he'll look back and he'll go, what the hell did I do that for?
Yeah.
He will. 1,000,000,000,000,000%.
This player should do as he's told. He's playing for arguably the biggest club in English football.
I agree with you.
This player is the one that's in the wrong.
But it'll hit him like a sledgehammer.
Sure. Well, it's been a long time since Sancho wore a pair of football boots, and the next time he does and takes to the field, it could well be in the Bundesliga.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.